Yeah, and it's not because of you, it's because of me. I'm a horrible person. Anyway, great. Why are you laughing? You're the next one.
Yeah, but yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are going now to welcome on the stage the person who I think is a real stealer. First of all, he stole the name of our ex-president. Secondly, he stole the face of Steven Seagal. And the laughter from the Joker. And also, he steals a lot of hearts in this audience because we love him. Don't look at me like that. Don't give me hell after that. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Alexeyevich on the stage.
A laugh is like a fingerprint. I'm going to say that first. And so everybody's laugh is their own. I didn't steal it from anybody. As far as Steven Seagal goes, well, I mean, she has a point. But the difference, my friends, the difference is that while I may not be kicking Russian ass, I sure as fuck am not licking it either. That fucking piece of shit. Right, Brooklyn? Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Boy, I still remember, though, being 13 years old and watching Under Siege, and that chick comes out of the cake for the first time. Oh. Anyway, I do want to thank everybody for being here. Come on, let's face facts, right? It has not been an easy couple weeks. It has not been an easy couple weeks in this town. And the fact is, we are all down here in an air raid approved shelter, right?
Yeah.
To have a laugh, despite the fact that outside life might be disappointing these days. But forget about it. In here, life is beautiful. The audience is beautiful. Yeah. That should get more claps. That's about you. I'm pandering. I'm pandering. Come on. The food is beautiful. And even the sound guy is beautiful. Give it up for Ilya. He's dabbing over there, ladies and gentlemen. Kyiv is a cosmopolitan city. So, let me ask you, do you know why the Russians never put a man on the moon? I'll tell you why. They were worried that when the cosmonauts saw the barren, airless, lifeless plain of devastation of the moon, they would prefer it to returning to live in Russia. Now, everybody saw that Xi Jinping was at the Victory Day parade, right?
Yeah.
Being, he was there as Putin's personal air defense system. But what was not widely reported was that after the parade, Xi Jinping challenged Putin to a foot race around the Kremlin. And so they ran around the Kremlin. Xi Jinping won. It was reported the next day in TASS that the president of the Russian Federation came in a strong second, while the Chinese leader was second to last. You know why Russian police always travel in three, don't you? Groups of three. One can read, one can write, and the other one is there to keep an eye on those two intellectuals. Russia's having its problems, so TASS is running a series of articles entitled Russian Success Stories. And so one focused on a milkmaid who at the end of the Soviet Union had no shoes and only one dress, but today is known as the Dairy Queen. She's got a fine herd of cattle. Her milk is known as the best in the district. They did a story on a guy named Ivan. He was at the end of the Soviet Union. He was the poorest guy in his village, didn't have a pig, didn't have a cow, didn't have a horse. Today he drives a tractor and has 2 pairs of shoes. They did a final piece on a guy who at the end of the Soviet Union was known to be a criminal, a thief. He would steal anything that wasn't locked down. You couldn't trust this guy with a snowdrift in winter. And today, he's the Minister of Finance for the Russian Federation. You might have seen the Ukrainian Armed Forces blew up the FSB office in Kursk recently. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Now the FSB, of course, set up a temporary field office. One day the phone rings, the clerk picks it up, and on the other end is a resident of Kursk who needs help. I need help. The Ukrainians are closing in on our village. The clerk says, I'm sorry. The Ukrainians blew up the FSB office. There's no one to help you. You're on your own. A few minutes later, the phone rings. Help, I'm a resident of Kursk. The Ukrainians are coming toward the village. I need help. The Ukrainians blew up the FSB office. There's no one to help you. You're on your own. Click. Phone rings again. Help, I'm a resident of Kursk. Did you just call here twice? Duh. I told you they blew up the office. I know. I just like to hear it. In Mariupol, you like that one, good, Darian. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. In Mariupol, a young boy in school proudly announces to his Russian-imposed re-education teacher that his cat has had kittens, 7 kittens, and the kittens were all born Russian. Oh, and the teacher is very happy about this. Oh, good, good, good. A week later, Artem comes back to class, and the teacher says, Artem, how are your Russian kittens? And Artem looks at her and says, oh, they're all Ukrainian now. What? She says, what happened? Well, it's a week later, they've opened their eyes. Now, bear with me for this last one. Bear with me. Don't judge me till I'm finished. Okay? An American, that's what she said. I heard you from the back. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Katya Mamansour. She's got new material tonight, which is as surprising to you as it is to me.
My job.
No, sorry about that. An American and a Russian meet in Red Square, and they're talking about their governments, right? And the American is talking about how America is so much better than Russia. In the United States, I can walk right into the Oval Office, I can pound on the Resolute desk, and I can look the president in the eye and say, Mr. Trump, you are the worst president in American history. And the Russian says it's exactly the same here. I can walk into the Kremlin, I can pound on Putin's desk, and I can say, Donald Trump is the worst president in American history. And at that point, the Russian is arrested by 2 FSB agents that appear out of the crowd. The American is shocked. He says, why are you arresting this man? He needs re-education. We all know that Donald Trump is best American president in Russian history. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.